The gentleman from Georgia.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I don't know where to begin. I really don't. As members of Congress, duly elected by our constituencies to serve in this body, who come here with the hope and the thought that we exchange ideas and come to this body to actually participate, and for the second time in 8 weeks, I am here with my friend from New York debating a resolution that all of us should have learned in kindergarten. Be nice. Don't hate. This resolution doesn't need to be 7 pages. It's just wordy. I agree with it. We don't need to hate. It don't matter where it comes from. But it's just what bothers me the most, Mr. Speaker, is what I'm finding right here. Just the other day in this floor, we celebrated the institution of this body with the Dean of the House. And we spoke of Mr. Dingell, we spoke of Don Young, and we spoke about this institution of this House. What is becoming more and more concerning for me about this process, and what breaks my heart as much as anti-Semitic thought, anti-Muslim thought, anti-anybody thought, is that we have broken down in this House. Last week we brought to the floor in which a bill in which was supposed to be about firearms, which my friends across the aisle were mistakenly didn't understand the penalty associated with the bill. Yesterday, I was just on the floor of this House talking about a bill that really, because they rushed it through committee, came to the floor of this House, in which if you keep a 4-year-old from voting, you're a criminal. This is what happens when we rush. And this week, the entire week, almost, has been taken up by sentiments of a member that were anti-Semitic. Repeating, as Rahm Emanuel said, some of the ugliest stereotypes that we've had. But goes back to, again, my concern here. At 3:20 this afternoon, I was handed, or at least was printed, one of the resolutions. I have 3 more of this resolution that it's taken all week. How long does it take to figure out just don't hate? How many times, how many pages does it take to cite ill and evil? Evil is evil. My heart breaks, Mr. Speaker. My heart breaks for this institution. When we say that we see something that is anti-Semitic, but we say, well, they may not have known it was. It's anti-Semitic. It's anti-Muslim. It's whatever you want to call it. It's just wrong. My heart breaks. And then I find out that we changed it now lately is to add other groups in here who undoubtedly saw they wasn't a part of the groups. So we added in new groups to the list. I guess since we're at it, why didn't we add Mormons? Why didn't we add Jehovah's Witnesses? They've been attacked. Mormons have many times been accused of dual allegiance. Ask a former presidential candidate. Mr. Speaker, I wish you and I could engage in a colloquy. You're a good gentleman from North Carolina. Explain this to me. Why it took a whole week to figure out to say, hate is hate. You don't need 7 pages. We need people to understand that words have consequences, that being a member of Congress matters. That being a member of Congress says that when you say stuff, we can debate civilly. My friend from New York and Maryland, we disagree on most anything. We could probably disagree about the color or how many clouds are in the sky, about policy. But it is not a disagreement that hate is hate. And we shouldn't overlook it and try and lump it with everything else and give moral equivalency. But here we are again. Here we are again. Mr. Speaker, I hope we're not here in another 4 weeks, because the first 8 weeks we've been here twice. Please let us get back to being the people that this country needs us to be. With that, I reserve.
The gentleman reserved.